been really it's been great seeing these guys compete, run around a little bit, and be out there in front of these fans. It's been a lot of fun so far, but excited for tomorrow in the scrimmage, and then leading up to the Rams when we play them next week. So with that, I'll go ahead and open up the questions.
Coach, there's been a lot of Cam kicking out there this week. Any update on Dustin's situation?
Yeah, with Dustin, he's been doing a lot of kicking on the side and everything, but I'm going to go ahead and defer to Coach, respectfully on that, and I think he'll be talking tomorrow about that. But Dustin's been doing well on the side right now. So.
What have you seen out of Cam so far? Obviously, got more work than maybe you expected coming in so far.
Cam's picked up right where he left off right now. I mean, he's very consistent, very smooth in his operation, and that's where we're at. Love where he's heading, the trajectory where he's going with his kickoffs and his fitness. So just the way he handles it, he's a professional. So we've been very pleased about how he's done.
What's Darius doing?
Darius still good. I mean, he still has those rookie moments in terms of just building, but not in a bad way. He's learning everything. He wants to learn. He's a sponge on everything, all the situations. He comes up, asks great questions, not just about how to catch or what to do. He's learning about how every situation out there, how to handle these. And so it's been great, working with him and the whole group, Hightower and also Coach Wilson. So he's been doing a good job too.
Speaking of Hightower, Darius, is there something you need to see that really just gives you confidence that when he goes out there for his first game, you don't need to worry about anything catastrophic happening?
Yeah, I mean that's why we try to do our best and talk about all the situations. Unfortunately, we can't practice and get those in the games on all of them, but just mainly that he's got that grasp and knowledge of it, and you go out and see him execute it in practice, and then in the games just see how comfortable he is when he's catching. He's got the mechanics, and he takes control of the situations. That's what we're looking for, and he's got God-given ability that Lord bless him with, and he can just go ahead and let him take over from there and he gets that ball.
What have you seen out of
John Hightower was here. He got here early last year. Just what have you seen from him progressing, and how do you feel like he's had grasped special teams so far?
I think he understands our expectations with special teams right now. What we're expecting out of him. He knows his role. Speaking for us on special teams, he's done a great job with the returner role. He's got great mechanics, and actually he's got really good speed. So he's definitely an option at that position, and we're really pleased with where he's at.
What have you seen out of Dayon so far? So you guys are really excited about what he can potentially bring up with the special teams coverage.
I mean, he's a football player. I mean, his versatility, just the value of what he has in all the positions that he can go ahead and play, his athleticism, obviously his speed, and a lot of guys I know. I mean, this guy was a true athlete in high school too, in terms of playing both sides of football. So we're looking for football players that are not just one position, a linebacker, a running back, but a complete football player, and that's what he is. And that's what we're excited about.
Special teams overall, in general, improved last year. What's kind of been the message as far as your personnel, players out there? What have you been kind of telling the team to build on?
The first thing is, I mean, last year was last year. That one's done. We got to go ahead and get work back from day one. We started with our technique and fundamentals, just try and get it off the ground again, and just act as if no one knows anything. We're new. Everyone's new here. But we want to really stretch the technique and fundamentals, but we got to build consistency in what we do. So we know what the expectations are, and we know what's in front of us. And I think we got the great players right now on the roster and the depth to go ahead and get that done. And we got to make sure we go out there and we execute.
Being a special teams coach, just alluded to, is just constantly sort of onboarding, as Brandon Staley says, a lot of young players, a lot of attrition. But having a guy like Josh Harris as part of your unit, as sort of that rock, that veteran, what does he do when you are going through that transition process in the spring and into this time of year?
I mean, Josh is phenomenal for a group, and that's just not just special teams or specialists. I mean, he's phenomenal for a team. I mean, he's a leader. That's the big draw for us going to get him. I take my hat off to Tom and Ed actually going, actually pursuing him. And when they brought him on board, I mean, he's just been a phenomenal leader for us, and that's why we put a lot on his plate. And he sees the big picture on the outside too, just not with the specialists. We'll talk to these core guys and make sure we've got that bar still set up high. We're still on pace to go ahead and make sure we achieve it.
And just as far as Gunner, obviously Dean and Jashir kind of cemented their roles there last year, but we've seen a few guys working in there. Just how are you feeling about that spot?
Yeah, I mean, I like the spot in terms of that, in terms of those two, but they're still improving. I mean, it's good to see them to come back and start where they left off. But we got to create depth, in all these situations, in all positions, and that's what Pete Gold. He's doing a great job working with those guys, and They know our expectations, what we expect out of those guys, but it doesn't stop at them. We got to, Webb, he's doing a great job. Working in there, JT Woods, and some of these young guys that we're trying to continue to incorporate. It's just the message that we've told these guys from the get-go was how can you create value for yourself to impact this football team in a positive way. And I'm seeing that from this group of players here, and we're excited about that. I think Tom Telesco and head coach Staley, they targeted the right guys, and we got the roster. So now we just got to continue to build on that and have success and moving forward.
You've seen Quentin rotate in there. At times, is he a real possibility at gunner? Are you kind of moving around, seeing what you possibly get out of him? Or?
Absolutely. Doesn't matter. We talk about doesn't matter when you're drafted in the first round or a free agent, non-drafted free agent. In terms of that, you think about Cordell Patterson in Minnesota. We utilize him as a gunner. That's how he got his role in that. Anyone is valuable, but it's just how you create your role. How can you create value to go ahead and help this football team win games? Ultimately, that's what we're here to do. Is help this team win.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it. You guys good? Appreciate it.